What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Weekly Dose of Dano TV, the best show that you're going to find on the internet. And if you give me 10 minutes of your time, I guarantee you're going to stay for the whole hour because we're going to be talking about a lot of great things today, talking about flow, talking about understanding that everything is already done and you're just going to allow it to unfold in your life, and resetting the power of the dopamine detox is actually what I did recently. And I'm going to share that with you guys. But before we get started with the episode, raise your vibrations, share, like, do whatever you got to do to raise your vibrations because it's time for Weekly Dose of Dano TV. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Hi, everyone. Jeanette Ramos here, CEO and President of It Takes a Village Housing. It Takes a Village Housing is a nonprofit organization that houses women who have been affected by drug and alcohol use while having their children live in transitional housing. Services to include drug treatment, mentoring, counseling for the kids, parenting. We set them up with employment. We help them get everything that they need to get them out into the community. Go to our website, ittakesavillage1.org, and donate. Donate whatever your heart desires, and let's change families one at a time.
We're going to keep doing stuff like this all winter. Christmas is coming, Thanksgiving is coming, everything.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Weekly Dose of Dano TV with your host, Dano here, striving to inspire you guys to help you wake up, maybe see something from a different perspective that you may not have thought about before. Whatever it is that you want to talk about, we're going to talk about it here on Weekly Dose of Dano TV. Look at that. So much excitement, so much energy. I can't even say my own name right. But anyway, thank you so much for being here. If you're watching live or if you're watching on the replay, please let me know where you're watching from, what part of the world or what time you're watching, and just show me some love because I'm showing you guys love right now. And there's nowhere else that I would rather be here, right here, than with my Positivity Posse. And if you guys are rocking with this great content, you guys already beat me to it. As you do, man, I got to start saying this before, maybe when the commercials are playing, I got to say, drop a hashtag Positivity Posse because you guys always beat me to it. So here it is. If you're watching right now, wherever you're watching from, drop a hashtag Positivity Posse. So I know that you guys are rocking with me, that you're feeding into this great content, that you're raising your vibrations, and we are living the life that we were designed to come on to this earth to do, right? I mean, we only have one life here, one shot at it. Why are you just wasting time, or why are we not living the lives that we need to in order to have a successful life and to leave a legacy here on this earth? Because that's what it's all about. It's not working about 9 to 5, or it's not, appeasing to other people. there is a legacy that we've came here to complete. Lessons that we need to learn, whether it's for the our souls lessons or lessons for yourself. Who knows what it may be? Everybody has a different opinion, but throughout all of your opinions and we don't really talk about religion, but all the religions, your opinions and everything, I think we can all agree that if you're a positive person, then good things will happen to you. And if you're, a positive person, then the world will be a much better place. Regardless what you think or whatever philosophy you subscribe to. So here we go. Thank you for dropping the hashtag Positivity Posse. You guys are absolutely amazing. Week in, week out, always supporting. And I have these shows for you guys because I know you guys don't really know how much this does for me, just as much as it may do for you. With the entertainment, you just learn, for you guys, it might be entertainment. You might learn something new, which is the goal, to help you see maybe a different perspective. And just, you guys teach that for me too, with all of my lessons. Like, I look forward to going out into the world and to exploring life and to experiencing life because one, I put the intention out there that I'm going to live, a happy life. I'm going to achieve a lot of things and, filled with abundance and prosperity and all different types of, different categories in our life, whether it's family, whether it's, relationships, whether it's, financial abundance, whether it's an abundance of health, all of that stuff. I like to go out into the world to experience it because, I like to share what I learned with you guys throughout the week, just because it's always something new and it's always, always, always working out for us. Always tell ourselves that it's always working out for us through no matter what. It can be a positive situation or a negative situation. I'm going to put quotes around that because not everything always has to be a negative situation. I mean, if you learn the lesson from it and you got experience from it, then how much of a negative experience is it really? And it's all designed for our greater good, because if we tell ourselves that, then we will start to understand that and see that play out into our life. So like I was saying, yeah, I just really love, going out through life and experiencing it to share with you guys just as much as you share with me. And there's, like I said, there's nothing like this platform. Weekly Dose of Dano TV is absolutely amazing, and I'm gonna be around to do this for a very long time. God willing, or whatever's in store. I just really love doing this with you guys. Just you guys don't know, so I just want to say thank you so much for all of your support, whether it's big or small, whether it's a share, whether it's a like, whether it's a comment, anything, it all helps. So please, let's continue that. Let's keep going with that. So you already know, maybe this might be maybe you might not know. This may be your first time tuning in, experiencing this great energy, these great topics that we got lined up for you today. So let me fill you in case you don't know. For our season vets, you already know what's going on. We're gonna do the affirmations for happiness for today. We always open up this book, and this book, we actually, I don't even know if I still have the old book. I know I still have it around, laying around somewhere. Oh, here it is. Look at this. I always keep it around just in case, because you never know when it might come up. We always start out the show with books, right? We've been doing it for a few seasons now, because every single time, this was the old season, but this is the one we're going to be going on for today. But it always, I'm just going to throw it to the side. I don't care. I'll clean it up later. But it always pertains to what the topic is that we're going to be talking about for today. And it always helps me or you or the guest. Today, we don't have a guest. This is going to be me and you. We're going to be chopping it up today. So please, this is also an interactive experience too. I want to hear about your ideas. I want to hear about your stories and maybe some tips or ideas that you may have. So please comment. Don't be afraid to. I'm encouraging it. I need to hear from you guys as well. So I know that you guys are flowing and that, you guys might teach me something. So like I said, going back to this, every time we open up this book, it always is spot on, and it helps, and it talks about with whatever we're going to be talking about for today. And like I said, you guys already know from the name of the title, we're going to be talking about, kind of being in flow, what that is, what that looks like for you, what that looks like for me, and how to step into it, and how to know that you're in it. Number two is "It is done." That is one of the quotes that has been absolutely a game changer for me over these past, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, which really isn't, it may not seem like a long time, but when you understand that the power that you're investing in these and the energy that you're investing into the 2 weeks, once you see it manifest into the 3D world and the 3D experience that we're all, we consider to be reality, you'll know that, damn, those 2 weeks that I put into it, and put in that good energy, it may not seem like a lot, but like I said, it will play out in the future for you, and you will see it, whether it's Like I said, it can be an idea that comes to you, it can be a circumstance that comes to you, it can be a person that you might need to meet, it can be your future husband or wife. It could be anything, but you have to be open and receiving to looking at it. So, all right, enough of that. Let's get started with the affirmation for today. Opening up to a random page. Like I said, it's not really random. It's always on point. Always on point. All right, let's see. We got two pages here, number 161 or 162 or 163. I need to hear it from one of you guys. Drop which one I should read. Should I read number 162 or 163? Let me know in the comments because I don't know. They're both really good, and I really like both of them, but it's hard to pick one. So let me know. Comment right there. Like I said, either page number 161 or 162. Once I see it, we're gonna read it. I don't know, cause number 152 and 163. Oh, actually, I did not say 152. I said 162. But you know what? Here's a prime example for you guys happening live. We're gonna go with it. We're gonna go with the flow. That might be for a reason. That might mean that I need to hear it or somebody needs to hear it. So we're actually gonna do these two. All right. So we're gonna do two of them for today. You're in for a double treat for today. All right. So number 163 right here. You could probably read that actually. It says, everything is unfolding for my highest good. Here it is, number 163. Everything is unfolding for my highest good. And I love this affirmation because it helps solidify the fact that whatever it is that you may be going through in your life, whether it is positive or negative, good or bad, left or right, black or white, it don't matter, that it's all working out for you to prepare you for whatever it is that you might be experiencing maybe a week down the line, maybe a year down the line, maybe 5 years down the line. You'll never know. But like I said, yes, right here, everything is unfolding for my highest good. And you're setting the intention that whatever experience that is happening in your life, you are taking control of it, right? Because you're telling this experience that, hey, you are working out for me, you are serving me and my greatest good. So you're getting out ahead of it. You're making sure and you're taking control over whatever it is that you're going through to say, hey, I'm in charge. You're not going to come around and walk all over me. Life is not going to happen for me. Life is going to serve me for my greatest good. So that's why I really like that one. That one was number 163. And like I said, I didn't say 152, but we got to go check it out to see what's on this page because now I'm kind of curious to see why you hit 152. All right, here it is, number 152. It says, it's empowering. I'm just going to read it to you guys. It's empowering to keep choosing happiness. I can feel powerful by feeling good. It's empowering to take responsibility for my life. What did I just say in the last one? See, you're taking responsibility, you're taking control, you're getting out ahead of it. Did I just say that? All right, let me continue. I can do, have, be, or feel whatever I want. Nothing feels better than being in my power. Boom. Love that one. That one was just as powerful as number 163. And the part that sticks out to me is I can do, have, be, or feel whatever I want. And I think sometimes we can kind of forget that, when we're going through life and, we got bills to pay or we got people that may be upset with us, and then we can feed that into our mind and that'll manifest and we'll, vibrate at a lower vibration. There's just so many distractions and so many examples that I can use that we kind of forget that, hey, I can do, have, be, or feel whatever I want. And I firmly believe that too. I mean, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the dopamine detox that I did and how now I can definitely understand that from a different perspective and a different point of mind, because that's what we're put on this earth to do, to live the life that we want. We are the creators of our own reality, whether we realize it or not. And there's so many different ideas and techniques and strategies that we need to do, that we need to get waking up to, that not many people really talk about, whether because they don't know or they want to gatekeep or whatever the reason it is, that's on them, because I'm here to provide for you guys and I'm here to tell you what I believe to be the truth is. And like I said, this is an open discussion. This is is for you guys too, because there might be a truth that you believe that you're like, hey Dano, well, what about this perspective and what about this idea? Please, I'm open to it. Yes, yo, Omar, please, when I tell you, this is one of the best things that I have ever done in my life, in my 26 years of being on this earth. the dopamine detox has completely just really changed the way that I see the world. And I know that sounds so cliche and it probably sounds so corny, but I will get into why it's so important to do it. Yes, I mean, the way that I take this is that I feel like a king. Like you are in control, you have the power, and you can really get out ahead of it and really kind of blueprint the life, anything that it is that you want. You want a certain house that you want, right? Speaking of blueprints, if you want a certain house, you can go out and get it. Um, you know what? Let me not even say that. And this is why it gets a little bit tricky. You don't have to go out and get anything. You have to allow the house to come to you. And obviously, that may sound funny because the house is not going to grow legs or get on a trolley and come to you. But the road, in order to lead you to that road and to lead you to that endpoint, that destination, the world will throw different cooperative components. That's a Abraham Hicks term, but I really like it, so I'm going to use it. It's going to shift the world in your direction to get you to whatever it is that you want. Now, there you can choose to take that path, or you can just make it really hard and difficult for yourself by going through unnecessary stress or unnecessary situations or doing things that you shouldn't be doing, and you know it within your heart, but you still do it anyway. But whatever path you do take, I promise you, if you stick with it, which is the hardest part, if you stick with it and you allow it to happen to your life, the easy path, the path of ease and flow, or the difficult path with all the crocodiles and the sharp blades or whatever it is, you're gonna get to your destination no matter what, whatever path that you do take. So Joan right here, yes, you're your own author and creator, 1000%. And you can take this in the literal sense too, because another thing that I've been doing that I want to share with you guys is journaling. And man, when I tell you this journaling has been absolutely amazing, it's just something that I thought it was kind of corny. I'm gonna be honest. I was like, well, what the freak am I gonna write in a journal for? That's whack. And I kind of, believe it or not, I kind of felt like it was a thing that more females do. I don't know why. I just feel like, authors or, they could be anybody, but I don't know. It's just something that I just feel like it was kind of like a feminine trait, which is a right or wrong way of thinking. Who knows? But now that I've been doing it, I see that I've been totally wrong. And that preconditioned idea that I have has been eradicated from my mind because I actually decided to do it and actually give it a shot. Because what's the best way to dispel any false beliefs or ideas? To actually do it and to put yourself into that situation. So like I said, journaling has been absolutely amazing. Like you said, journaling is really good for the soul and mind, 1000%. Now I understand that. But when you don't do it and you're looking at it from the outside in, you're like, that's not going to help me. Or you start to make up so many different excuses. And let me not say you, because I was doing it too. So we is the better word that I should use. We start to make up our excuses in our mind to say, hey, well, I don't really have time for that. I don't even know what to write about, XYZ. And once we start to eliminate that negative mindset, or that the reasons that we shouldn't do something versus the reasons that we should do it, journaling in this instance, that's when we really start to see the great changes in our life as well. Shane, what's up, my guy? Nice to see you again. I hope all is well with you. I know you got some big news on the way. I hope everything is still going on with that. I don't know if you revealed the news yet, but I'm not going to say anything until you give me the okay, because I don't think I got the okay to say it. But what's going on, man? It's so awesome to see all of you guys here for today. We got Misty Lee in the building. What is going on? Speaking of journaling, she's actually one of the people. Go check out the former episode. I believe the episode was 2 weeks ago. 2 episodes. If we're on 44, it was episode 42 to talk about the journaling and some different strategies and ideas. If you don't even know where to start, because I didn't know where to start. So reach out to Misty Lee, because she can help you get some extra ideas as well. And Misty Lee, I actually have to I got to call you because I have an idea that I want to connect you with somebody that might need your assistance. So remind me about that if you can after the show. So here it is. He announced it to the world already, just to give you guys, and I like to share this with you guys, all the good news that, these are people in the Positivity Posse. Reach out to them. Send them a friend request. See the good things that are going on in their life as well. Shane is actually, I don't want to say anything wrong, but he's actually bringing in another human being into this world. So, and I know he was saying that there were some complications before at first, but everything's going great now. So congratulations to Shane, man. I'm so happy to hear that. You gotta, I couldn't do that right now at my point in time. So congratulations to you, man. And I really do wish you all the best. Just hey, just as long as you treat everybody with kind love and respect, man, what more could you really ask for? All right. So let me bring up why I decided to pick up these topics for today and why we're going to be talking about them. And then we're going to be talking about the topics. And then, like I said, let me know what you may think. Here we go. Yes, congratulations to Shane. That is a huge, huge accomplishment. And it's not going to be an easy task. I can tell you that right now. Not that I have kids, but I don't think anybody that has any kids has ever said, hey, well, this was the easiest thing that I've ever done. No, of course not. So like I said, congratulations to you as well. All right. So why did we choose these topics for today? Why are we going to be talking about flow, or why are we going to be talking about it is done, which is one of my favorite quotes, mindsets in order to achieve everything that we want, and resetting, the power of resetting. Is because I was having a conversation with my brother actually. And the other day we were talking, he was like, man, well, I really want to take a vacation. Well, where should I go? And we were talking about it, planning it out and doing different things. And I told him, I said, yo, you have one life here on this earth, man. Go do whatever it is that your heart's desire. If you want to go on a vacation, you want to go to Jamaica, you want to go to Italy, wherever it is you want to go, we don't talk yourself out of it. Just go to do it. And I started to think about that myself, and we kind of lose track of what we really want into this world. Like I said, it can be for a plethora of different reasons, but always make sure that you're living every day to the fullest. And I know that sounds cliche too, but there's a lot of power in that, to make sure that you just do it. And look, what did I tell you guys? Everything that we talk about here is purposeful. Look, Joan just says that she got back from Africa. How was it? I hope everything was going great for you. But I'm gonna go back to the topic, to, like I just said, why we picked it for today. I feel like we can start to live life in appeasement to other people, right? So the best case example of this is going to college, right? I feel like a lot of kids that choose their career paths nowadays is in order to appease their parents. So why are we spending our lives living for other people, or what they may think about us, or what their parameters are for us? We need to live life all the time, every day, in order to be in our flow, and to make sure that we're achieving happiness on a day-to-day basis, because happiness is a choice, happiness is a decision. And there may be certain things that we cannot control. Yes, it may be some physical ideas or some physical things that transpire that we can't really control, but we can change our perspective on it and how we react to certain situations, kind of like the glass half empty, glass half full scenario ideology. I want to share with you guys one that I learned recently, and it was about a seed, right? When you look at a seed in the, like a garden seed, right? Or you're planting a seed. A lot of people just look at the seed for what it is. They just see this small, tiny thing that, yeah, well, if I plant a tomato seed, I'm gonna get tomatoes, or I'm gonna get XYZ. We need to change that perspective to see the forest that is inside the seed, right? Because when you plant that seed, you got to think about all the things that may be happening. I mean, once you plant that tomato seed, right? You got to look at, okay, well, you just started an entire new ecosystem, and it was in that one decision that you made that might have seemed so small, that changed your entire life, right? So it's like I said, if you plant the tomato seed, you got to think about, well, listen, now there's animals going to come to the garden, and they're going to feed from it, so you're feeding more people. You never know, they might cross pollinate, to create something new. Or since that animal came to eat that plant, they might bring, squirrels do it all the time. They might bring, a nut or a different type of seed to it, and then that'll sprout. And then you have this whole beautiful ecosystem. But like I said, it's because you made that one decision, no matter how big or how small, to make that conscious change in your life. And like I said, look at the forest within the sea. So whatever decision that you decide to do, you might decide to make a left turn instead of a right turn. Then that might be the smallest decision that you make. But like I said, it's not about the decision itself. It's about seeing the bigger picture within that action that you took into your life. So it's really beautiful stuff. And like I said, I love sharing this with you guys because that was one of the mind blowing things that I think we kind of can overlook or not really pay attention to because there's so many different distractions that may be going on into our life. So let's look at what you guys are saying in here. Yes, we leave to live in the we need to live in the present because life is a present. 1000%. Why do you think they call it the present? Because it's a gift, right? Present gift. You get what I'm getting at? The present is called the present because it is a gift. And I want to share with this the illusion of time. Time is not really a thing. I mean, it was man-made and it was created, yes, to keep track of, certain records or whatever you want to, whatever the scientific or whatever the whole origin of time started. But all we really have is the now, right? Because there's no future. When people say, "Oh, well, I'll get to that tomorrow," or "I'm gonna do this," this happened to me so many years ago. The now is never really a now. I mean, I'm sorry, I got distracted by the Damar Hamlin. That really threw me off. The now is the only thing that we have. So why put off something when like let's say like doing dishes, right? Something as small as that when you decide to take that action to do the dishes, number one, you're going to feel better because you actually got something done that you needed to do. And number two, you're decluttering that environment that you're living in. And when you're living in a stress-free, decluttered environment, you're making way for different ideas or different, anything really to flow into your life, all from a positive perspective, to really get in there to help, spread more seeds, to help that seed develop into something that's even better. So, like I said, I want to talk about that because a lot of people think that it's about past, future, and present. No, you really only have the now. So yeah, here it is. So that was that for that. Here it is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir is right. Let's get it, man. Look far inside the forest, not the seed. See the bigger picture. 1000%. A trickle of life can become a great creation. I love that. It's about making an initiative and doing it. I, and doing it is so much easier said than done because, like I said, we think about all of the things that can go wrong. We think about, oh, am I prepared for this? Am I not prepared for this? What if this happens? What if that happens? Instead of just being in flow, understanding that if something comes to you, right, whether it's an idea or it can be an idea, or let's just say somebody that comes to your brain that you want to call. The reason that these things are coming to you and that you're thinking about it right on the spot is because you're queued up for whatever blessing will come from that conversation and that engagement. And I know a lot of people that I've been talking with and, really my close circle, they've been telling me that all the time. They're like, wow, an idea came to me. I actually followed through on the idea. And then the blessing that came out of it was this. And now we're going to take that momentum going forward to attract more blessings into our life. So I agree with that. It's about doing it and doing it in a way that you're in flow and you're not resisting to it. And you're not doing it just saying, oh, I'm going to do this just because this person is ragging on me or this person is getting on my nerves about it. No, do it with a smile on your face. Do it with a positive attitude. And don't miss out on the blessing of the lesson that might be in that point in time for whatever it is that you're going to experience. Mar Hamlin, like I said, prayers. It's great to hear that he's doing well and everything, but I want to raise a different perspective for you guys about this. I wonder why it is that he got so much media coverage. And I was actually having a conversation about this. Don't you guys think it's a little bit weird that, they had the doctors from inside the hospital speaking on this, speaking on this scenario, this experience, which I don't think ever since I've been watching the NFL, I don't think there's been anything that has really gotten that much coverage on it. And obviously, there's nothing that's ever really happened in the NFL. But if the family's okay with it, and as long as the guy's healthy and in a good state of mind, that's all that we can really say. But I'm just gonna say, open up to your mind to other things that may be going on in that might be going on because, like I said, what this is a very serious topic and it's a very heavy topic. And if you surround yourself, and if you're studying the situation and you're thinking, well, is the guy going to live or if he's going to do this or if he's going to do that, it's taken away from anything that you might be that you could be working on for yourself. Like, you could be working on your business, or you could be working on your relationship with somebody. And like I said, I just say that to say, make sure that we're not so involved in to everybody else's life that we're kind of overlooking our own. Because like I said, it can be a distraction. And like I said, it's so great that, everything turned out in a positive light. And we could use this as well. Like, if he would have had a negative mindset about everything and not be grateful that he still is alive, it's going to be all right. That's the power of positive thinking and positivity. So here it is. It's not about the seed, but the forest. Think big. A lot of people are held back by their own inhibition and can't move forward. And like that's I don't get it. I mean, I do get it because I have been there. But I want to share with you, like, moving forward, like there's no forward or back. It's just doing the things that you need to do and actually taking the action to do it. Because a lot of people say, oh, well, you can fall. Like, I hear a popular quote. It's a saying called "fail forward." And I don't really agree with that because, number one, I don't think that anything is really a failure. If you're taking the lesson and you're implementing it in our future to make sure that it doesn't happen again, it's not really a failure. And going forward, that's kind of like same thing as leveling up or leveling down. I don't think there's really any levels to it. I think you are where you are, and depending on what action that you do take, whether it's a step in the right direction or in a step that is not going to be on the path that you want to take, I think that's what it's really all about. Because it's not about there's nobody that's ever like nobody's ever above or below us. We're all right next to each other. We're all equal. I mean, we all got, for the most part, 2 legs and 2 eyes and 2 heads. We're all human beings. So it's not about like moving forward or moving backward. It's just about moving, and taking a step to do that. So yeah, see, God bless him. He will be okay, 1000%. And that's the best part of the story that I want to talk about, or that I want to focus on. All right. So, like I said, why just make sure that you're not living life into other people's perspective, man? Because who would do that? You know what I mean? Stop living for other people. I want to share this video with you guys. It's only 7 seconds, but I love this video because it's like, who are you? Who are you to tell me what I need to be doing? Or who are you to say that I can't do this or that I can do this? I know that I'm going to get it anyway, and I don't need your opinion on it. So you guys probably know this video right here, but
wait a minute. Who are you?
Who are you is right. Get out of here with all of that noise and all of that nonsense. Go take that somewhere else. So like I said, it's really important to do that. And like man, it's like I keep saying, man, we got to really fight through all the noise and that might be out there, where there may be social media or all these negative programmings or people. Focus on what we need to do. And it's serious, man. We only get on this earth one time. I mean, we're here right now in this moment in time, and that's a huge miracle. So let's not take it lightly, because I want to share with you guys another video that I see, and it's actually so funny. And here it is. Here it is. I love this video.
I don't give a hoot. Step up! This is not a Mickey Mouse program.
This is not a Mickey Mouse program. Is right. Stop playing around and stop putting off whatever it is that we need to do. We need to do it now, and you need to do it with efficiency and just take that step. So, like I said, now we're going to be talking about the meat and potatoes of the subjects that we're going to be talking about today. Don't go anywhere. I'm just going to play a quick word from our sponsors. Thank you before I even play it. The sponsors for sponsoring the Weekly Dose of Dano platform. I really appreciate you guys, and all your contributions help to make this the biggest and best platform that it is. So don't go anywhere. Share, like, do whatever you got to do. We're just going to play a quick minute for this. And just like I said, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. So, everybody, that was just a quick word from our sponsors. Like I said, thank you again for our sponsors for sponsoring the Weekly Dose of Dano platform, the best show on the internet. I'm going to say that over and over and over again. I don't even got to say it. Actually, y'all already know what the deal is. Y'all already know what the going on. So, let's get to it. This dopamine detox, right? So, I'm explaining why I actually did it at the last week of 2022. And a lot of people probably do it because the last week, nothing's really going on. Christmas, it's the kind of like limbo between Christmas and New Year's. And a lot of people just take that time for themselves to go on vacation or do whatever it is that they got to do. But for me, I was kind of not really doing anything super productive. And I'll tell you, there was 3 things that I was doing every single day and every single night. And I was just, I just got so tired of it. So the thing that I would do, I would just play Xbox, right? I would just listen to music and I would be on social media. And that's really all I did. And usually at night, I would stay up till like 3 in the morning because there's this thing called revenge procrastination to punish yourself from not doing anything during the day. So you stay up later at night. So then when you wake up later in the day because you didn't get enough sleep. And it was just this bad cycle that I would just do. And like I said, so at night, I would do all 3 at the same time. So while I was playing Xbox, I would have the music playing in the background. And in between matches, because if you guys play Call of Duty or Apex, you already know there's wait times in between matches. I mean, it may not be long, maybe like a minute or 2, but in between those matches, I would be on social media. So I was flooding my brain with too much dopamine. And it may seem like, too much of anything is a bad thing because, dopamine sends positive receptors to your brains and you feel good and all the good things with that. But I was overdoing it. I was overloading my, I guess, I don't know if that's central nervous system or not. Somebody correct me on that. I think Joan knows about that because she is in the health. She knows, she has a health background. But like I said, I was screwing myself up. And for the last week, I was like, yo, I had no motivation to do anything. I was just kind of a bump on the log. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. But I just had the urge to do this thing, and I heard the words dopamine detox, and I looked it up. And actually, no, I didn't look it up until like a few days ago, and I didn't know that I was actually doing it at the time, right? So I was like, I got to do something different within the new year. And, at the first day, 2023, I believe it was the Monday, whatever the first Monday of this week was. No, wait, no, it was actually this week. My bad. So the first Monday this week, I was like, all right, I'm going to make a new change. I'm going to do whatever it is that I need to do. And like I said, I know that this Monday passed there was a week that went by in front of it. But anyway, I did the changes that I said that I was going to make. So let's talk about why having too much of a high, sense of dopamine is a bad thing. So that if there's anything that you do, I mean, if you find pleasure in something, whatever it is that you do, your body releases dopamine, right? So a lot of things, the most common ones are food, drugs, music, and social media, right? And when you set the bar so high that your dopamine levels are just out of control, whatever it is that you do in your life, you develop a high tolerance for it, right? So whatever it is that usually satisfy your needs or your dopamine levels to say, hey, this is enough, it gets doubled and tripled. So let's say it's kind of like an alcoholic, right? If somebody drinks alcohol too much and they develop a high tolerance, so instead of just taking 1 beer to get somebody drunk for somebody that's a lightweight, it's going to take them 4, 5, or 6. And it's the same thing with the dopamine or whatever it is that you're doing. It's just not strictly related to alcohol. It could be whatever it is. So like if usually 5 minutes on social media is good enough for you, but you develop a high tolerance, then you'll start to go for 30 minutes, an hour, 3 hours, however long it may be, until you feel like, okay, well, I've had enough for today. And the reason that that's bad, obviously, is because you start to get addicted to it. And then you need more of it in order to cure that craving that's inside your body. And like I said, it just really, really leads down a bad path, right? Because you need more of it to complete it. And when you have too much of something, of anything, it's always going to be a bad thing, right? So now that I did this, I eliminated social media. I'm telling you, I wasn't on it at all. I've had people that I was on another friend of mine's podcast, and he actually tagged me in something in Facebook and Instagram, but I just didn't see it because I turned off the notifications for it, which is a huge part, because that still has control over you too. If you don't take out the notifications, because if you're constantly seeing, oh, well, this person posted this, or this person tagged you in something, or this person, whatever it is, it still has a control over you. So make sure that you're turning off the notifications for those as well, because that's what I did. I eliminated social media and it was only about 3 days. It wasn't really, I mean, it's a long time when, that's all that you do, right? If you're somebody that's addicted to social media, it is a long time to go 3 days without something if you're addicted to it. Not to say that I was, but I was just doing too much of it. And I was conscious that I was doing too much of it, because I would just always reach out for my phone and just mindlessly scroll and scroll and scroll for 2 hours. I mean, it would never go past an hour a day, but even I just felt like that was too long to do anything. Like, I don't even meditate for an hour a day. I only do 30 minutes. So if I'm using social media, which is kind of poison to the mind in a degree, if I'm doing that more than I'm doing something that's beneficial in my life, and it's like, why am I doing this? So, like I said, now I want to talk about the changes that I've been experiencing ever since taking these 3 days to eliminate the things that I was doing, that I was doing. So, like, I eliminated social media, no Xbox, and really I put the music to a minimum. I didn't go completely cold turkey, because when I go to the gym, I absolutely need my music, because I don't want to hear "Call Me Baby" playing while I'm doing my deadlifts or my bench. That's not going to help me out. That's not going to get me my PR. So like I said, I made the exception for that, but everything else I just cut out. And even food, like sugary foods, that fried foods that I would just absolutely love to eat all the time, every day, I had to cut that out as well. So I started to cook my own meals, making sure that everything that's going into it was healthy, natural, organic if possible, all that good stuff. But now, when I tell you that I feel more motivated, driven, focused, and free, I have this new sense of freedom that I've never really experienced before. Please, if you're in a space in your life right now that you just don't have any motivation to do anything, and you just don't have the excitement, or things that you used to find enjoyable, you just don't find anymore, look into doing a dopamine detox. And the video that I saw, was on YouTube. I think it's called "Better Than We Were Yesterday" or "Better Than Yesterday." In order to take the steps they can tell you more about it. There's a 15-minute long video. It's explained beautifully. This is one of those things that they draw like the cartoons, and they explain the things that's going on with visuals, and it was great. Like I said, absolutely, like, of a world of a difference. Like, even like going to sleep, right? Because it would take me a while to fall asleep, because if I was just going from Xbox to using my phone, they say that you shouldn't use it like an hour before sleep. It would be so hard to fall asleep. Like, it would take like an hour for me to do it, to fall asleep. But now, since I eliminated that and I reset the dopamine levels in my brain, and like I said, I did 3 days, but I think the video recommended that you do maybe once. You can do once a week, or you can do it once a month, or just something to just let that stuff go. But like I said, now when I go to sleep, it's so much of a different feeling, and the things that I think about before I go to sleep have absolutely changed and altered, right? Because now I think about what it is that I want in this life, and I think about it from the perspective that I already have it and that I already achieved it. And like I said, now it's still kind of hard to go to sleep, because I'm just so filled with excitement and positivity and joy, and knowing that I'm gonna have the things that I want in my life. It's just so exciting to think about. And once you take that, there's a whole different thing that we can save for another day. But when you take that good vibration and those good feelings going into sleep, into the dream world, you're only carrying that out. And when you put your conscious mind away, since your subconscious mind is still at work while we're sleeping, that is what is going to carry out into our outer world, into our reality, 3D world, whatever you want to call it, into like I said, is going to manifest that way. So that's why it's so important, like I said, to really try it once. Please do it for a day, do it for 2 days, however long you need. It will make a world of a difference to you. I freaking promise. Just try it. And like I said, there's so many different things, like going to the gym now. I just been going up in strength, and my body's been looking better. My mental health has been a lot of better. I just feel like I'm free, like I'm not connected to anything. And when you don't feel like you have an attachment to do something just for the sake of doing it, you have the free will to choose whatever it is that you want to do. So you can go, read a new book, or you can go pick up a new skill, and that might be the skill that unlocks who knows what other kind of potentials, whatever roads to lead you to whatever life it is that you want. It's just been absolutely amazing. And even for you guys, like, well, not for you guys, but for the show perspective, I've just been getting so many different downloads and so many ideas that I've been writing down. And when I tell you that season 4 is going to be something like y'all never seen before with the Weekly Dose of Dano platform, I promise you guys, just watch. And that's all I gotta say. I'm not gonna try to convince you guys about anything. All y'all gotta do is watch, and y'all will see the great things that that's gonna happen from it. And like I said, it's so important to just try it. Try it for a day. I'm telling you, the world and your mind is gonna be so much of a different spot, and it's gonna be in alignment with who you want to be and why you came to this earth to be in alignment with that person. And you gotta envision that person now. So now you start to think, all right, well, okay, since you're taking out social media, you're taking out things that you get that quick hit of dopamine on. What is it that you can possibly do in the meantime in order to pass the time by, or to fill the time that you were doing with these tasks or these things? But what can you do now? So I want to share with you guys 4 different things that I did in order to remove, well, in the meantime, for removing the negative things that were in my life, the things that were just taking control over me. What I did instead to reprogram the subconscious mind and to flood the conscious mind and to saturate it with positive, purposeful content, right? Because it's not just about being positive too. It's about embodying that positivity to vibrate at that level, because you can make the claim that, okay, well, cat videos, right, that's positive content. Yeah, well, it is positive because everybody loves cats, or even if it's dog videos or animal videos, whatever it is, it's not really purposeful. So it's so important to saturate your mind with purposeful, meaningful, positive content. And I want to show you guys, or share with you guys, 4 different ways that I did to flood my mind with this positivity, to really spread it, and to make sure that we're going in the right trajectory, and to change our lives into the trajectory that we need to in order to manifest the great things. So number 1, in order to saturate the positive mind, once you get away from all of the stuff that's taking control over you, or taking your freedom from it, is positive affirmations. I know I say this all the time, but positive affirmations are ultra important. Because it's what you do to feed your subconscious mind, but it has to go through your conscious mind to make sure that it manifests that way. And the best way that I can really describe it. All right, well, let's talk about the subconscious mind really quick. So they say that 95% of everything that we've experienced in our lives has come from the subconscious mind, and that our conscious mind is only accounts for 5% of everything that we do, right? So I don't know if you've ever heard of the myth to say, oh, well, we only use 10% of our brains on a day-to-day basis, or yada yada yada. Whoever came up with that phrase, or whoever believes it, please snap out of it, because that is so not true. It's not like 5% of our brain is activated and then the 95% is just out of order, it's just not functioning. No, it's not true. We use 100% of our brains every day, because that's what's activated. I mean, could you think about the part of our brains that we didn't use, that control the breathing function or the blood circulation function? That just absolutely doesn't make sense. So like I said, 95% of our life has manifested from the subconscious mind. And I want to explain it like this. There's an analogy that I want to use, and here it is. Think about your favorite sports team, right? Whether it's NFL, whether it's the MLB or the NBA. I'm going to pick the MLB and the NBA because it's a little bit more in alignment with the point that I want to make. So think about the professional leagues, the MLB and the NBA, as your conscious mind, and the leagues that are underneath them, whether it's the AAA or the G League, as your conscious mind, right? So it's all about the feeder program. So when you have a good support system and you're developing these athletes in the G League and in the AAA to work on their skills that they need to work on, and to, in this case, give ourselves the positive affirmations. Once we go to the pros, which is the subconscious mind, and everything's just on autopilot, everything will manifest to the ideas that we've trained ourselves to think of, And like I said, we got such little time. It's really hard to explain it. But like I said, please saturate your mind with the positive affirmations, because when the positive affirmations go from the 5% to the 95%, you will see everything turn out the way that you need it to. And even when you're sleeping, if you decide to play the positive affirmations, you're skipping the conscious mind and it's going straight into the subconscious mind. So 95% of that will start to pan out to whatever it is that you're listening to. If you're listening to great things to say you're going to be you're going to be prosperous, or you're going to be ultra healthy, you're going to achieve all the goals and the things that you have aligned for today, then that will start to manifest into your life. So that's just that. Number 2, saturate your mind with people that have the things that you want. There's I just find them to be like master teachers. There's 2 people that I want to talk about that you can go on YouTube right after the show ends to really start to get more information about what it is that we need to do to program our minds in the right way to why we came on this earth, or to live the life that we need to live. And there's 2 teachers that I want to share with you guys: Abraham Hicks and Joseph Rodriguez. When you saturate your mind with their teachings and all of the positive things, is to open your mind to new ideas. You can start to take whatever teachings that you learned about, and you'll see it play out into your life, and you'll go, oh, that's what this person was talking about. Now going forward, I can do this differently. Because if you're learning from teachers that don't really teach well, they don't have the things that you want, why are you going to listen to them? And it doesn't even have to be the monetary value or the physical things that they achieve. If this person has happiness, or if they have a great life, just be, it doesn't have to be just a Lamborghini or just a nice house. It can be whatever it is that you want. You need to start to listen to these people and why they frame their mindset to the way that they did in order to achieve everything that they wanted to explain, or into, to achieve everything that they wanted to achieve. So study from the great teachers of the life, and everybody has their own opinions on what those teachers may be, but just do it. Yes, 1000%. I agree. I love them both. They're amazing. It's like learning a secret language. Use the subconscious 1000%, please. Even if you may not know about it, do a little bit of research before you actually decide to take my word for it, because you shouldn't take everything that that anybody says 100%. Do your own research on it, do your due diligence, and then start to hack it into your life, because I promise you it will make a world of a difference. Now, number 3, in order to saturate what if you've gone away from doing whatever it is that you got to do, make sure you're saturating yourself and surrounding yourself with positive people. Because if people aren't adding into your life, and they're subtracting, and the easiest way to do that is, or the easiest way to explain that is, some people may not be there for your greatest good, and some people may be siphoning from your energy, or they're plotting on your downfall, and it may be that your closest people. You'll just never know, and they'll never come out and say, hey, well, listen, hey, I know I'm your best friend and all this, and I know that I said, certain things, and I maybe tricked you into thinking that I want to see you succeed, but I really don't. I want to succeed before you, or they may be jealous, or they're whatever it is that people are going through. Just make sure that the people that are in your life are there for the right intentions and for the right reasons, because you never know what you never really know a person, right? They say it takes about like 3 years to really truly get to know a person. But even then, you don't spend every waking moment with them. You don't know what their life is like. You don't know what they're going through. So just make sure that you're surrounding yourself with the positive people, because they also influence and they also program your mind and your subconscious mind. Because if you have people that are around you that are saying, oh, well, you can't do this, you can't do that, then you actually start to believe it, and it'll program that way and manifest that way. But if you have people that are there to support you, say, hey, whatever it is that you need, or to just do actions without you even asking them to do anything, those are the things that we need to have into our life as well. Like I said, so many great things are happening. Their teachings are life changing, life saving as well. Yes, because they're saving it, they're preserving our lives, and they're giving us the tools and the resources to make sure that we can go about in our own lives and not other people take control of our lives for us. That we go out there, set the intention, and we can program our lives to the way that we want it to be programmed. There's that. And now the fourth one, because we only have a few minutes left, and we only have a few minutes left. This show absolutely went by so quickly. But now the fourth one, in order to saturate your mind with the positive things that we need to our life, if you start to escape or do the dopamine detox, or if you just want to change, is number 4, we got to reprogram our identity to be in alignment with who we know we're going to be. So if you know that you're going to become a multimillionaire, or you want to help 100,000 people in your life, or you want to change the mindset of, that's my thing. I want to change the mindset of the people. I have to embody that presence of that person right now, because here's another tip about the subconscious mind and and really kind of the conscious mind too. is that it can't tell the difference between a joke or reality and what's false, right? And the best way I can explain that is the placebo effect. When you listen to these at the end of the health commercials or the the pill commercials or whatever it is, they'll say, "Hey, well, we did 2 studies on 2 groups of people, and if you don't know the placebo effect, basically one of group is given a sugar pill, and the other group of people is given the actual medicine or the product." And a lot of the time, these people, they think that they magically heal themselves, or the people that have gotten in the placebo group will have healed, but it's because of the positive thinking. And like I said, when you have that positive mind and you embody that healthy person right now, in that case for the medical companies, um the body cannot tell the difference and the mind cannot tell the difference. So if you're constantly telling yourself, all great things and all positive things, it will start to shape out that way. And it sounds so simple, but it's all about implementing these different practices in our lives to make sure that it is happening. And the same way kind of happens for the negative side too. Just because we got to reprogram our identity with the people that we are in alignment with. And if we're not surrounding ourselves with the right people and they're trying to program our identity for us, if they're saying that you're not worthy or you can't do it, or they give you all the reasons as to why you can't do something, that will start to manifest in your life as well. And sometimes we may not catch every single thing that they say. So it's very important, like I said, to program the person that you are and to resonate with that identity that you're with right now, because that makes a world of a difference. And it's just all great stuff. And I'm so happy to share it with you guys. So that was really all the time that we have for today. The hour is up. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around it. I just can't believe that the hour flew by so quickly, but I'm so grateful to spend it with you guys. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Please, please, going into the weekend, make the intention, make it an observation, make it a point that you're just not going to let anything come into your life. You're going to get out ahead of it. You're going to change the programming. You're going to change your your conscious mind so that it can affect the subconscious mind, to make sure that we're achieving everything that it is that we've been put on this earth to do, and to live the life that we need to live now and not wait for it. And now we can't wait for it. We got to create it now. So everybody have a great, safe weekend. I'll see you next week for another episode of Weekly Dose of Dano TV. Like I said, if you guys just want to reach out to me at doseofdano@gmail.com. Reach out to me on social media. I may not see it because I'm still doing that hiatus, but everything is working out for us. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Be safe and make the conscious intention to change the life for the way that we know that we should live it. Peace.